in order for a village, any community to not just survive but thrive, you need a few businesses that are common to those communities. One is a pub. The other one is a post office. You'll often need a bakery. Obviously there'll be a school, and you really need a good mechanic in town to keep everybody running. So here we are today in Samford. Samford's used to be a village. We'll now call it sort of more of a suburb of the northern suburb of suburbs of Brisbane. And we're here for the 100-year anniversary of Samford Garage. This place has been synonymous for many, many years with providing really just down-to-earth, family-owned customer service for people and their cars within this community and the outer surrounds. So today we're going to meet with Ross. Ross is the owner of Samford Garage, and they have some wonderful cars in there. Come along for the ride. You're going to love this. This is great stuff. Folks, there is no such thing as a successful business without the successful staff behind that business. Right from the boss down to the person who pushes the broom, they've got to be passionate, they've got to love what they do. And you know, like they say, if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life. And I am so pleased to introduce you to Ross. He's been the driving force behind the Samford Garage for how long now, Ross?
We have been here since '68, so you got the maths on that. That's pretty close to 60 years, nearly.
Wow.
A couple off it. Yeah.
Wow, mate. And where's all of this passion and this drive come from for you?
Mate, I think it was inbuilt from my father-in-law. He was just a go, go, go.
Right.
And he taught me how to go, go, go.
Yep.
And then he went to heaven and left me in charge.
Left you in charge,
yeah,
right.
So that was it.
So was there a passion that you had prior to you know, sort of marrying into that?
We grew up in the area in 1960 where the skill teachers told you you'll never make it, you know.
Right.
So many people from our area at Mitchie High School have made it big time, you know. I'm not saying I've made it big time. I'm so proud of what we've achieved, but, you know, so it's legacy I want to leave on to the rest of the family.
Yep. And
they'll continue it.
So from a guy who did it in spite of the system, not because of the system,
Yep.
did it out off his own bat,
Yep.
put it all together. And you've got another generation coming through now as well, mate.
That's it.
So tell us about the people that are coming in your wake.
Well, we've got two daughters in their 50s, and son just turned 50, and so he's our main project manager. We also breed drought masters.
Oh, okay.
We're very passionate about that, and we've got a very nice properties up around Kingaroy.
Right.
Yep. So that's another passion for us. So we've had great success on the show circuit. So great farm managers. So we seem to be able to attract great staff. You know, when we run the survey, we used to have every staff member had an IQ of 150, 160, whatever.
Wow.
Never had to train them. They trained themselves,
They
trained us. So
that's fantastic.
That's how you build a business.
I remember Richard Branson was asked, you know, how is it that you're so good at running a business? He said, I'm not good at running a business. I'm good at finding the right people to do it for me.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you found that winning formula as well, mate.
That's where you learn it from, eh?
Yeah.
Read a lot, study a lot, follow other people, eh?
Sure. So I believe you got some staff members here for us to meet as well.
I've got some family members first.
Let's get them in.
If I can, oh my goodness. Can we just?
We'll follow around. Let's go and find them.
Okay.
We'll have a bit of a tour.
Rodney, we're being interviewed.
And we'll track them down.
That's the girl, yeah. Smarty.
You can see the passion that the community has for this man. Everywhere he goes, there's people who just want to shake his hand.
Stephen. Steve Smart. This is our partner's son, ex-partner.
G'day, Steve. I'm Ben.
Ben.
Good to meet you. Yeah.
This is our son, Stephen.
G'day, Stephen.
Another Stephen.
I'm Ben, mate. Nice to meet you, mate.
Yeah. And this is Stephen's mother, Dawn. So she's our ex-partner's wife.
Hi, Dawn. Lovely to meet you, mate. My name is Ben, and we're doing a show on this wonderful business.
You're on
And
channel
Ross
9,
and all
look
his
out.
hard work. And hello, Janet, and the other driving force behind the whole show.
Where you going? Sorry, I am here.
That's all right.
This is my darling sweetheart. We went to high school together. We've been married 60 years next year on the 20th of May.
Have.
And she's put up with a lot. So she's a driving force behind the. If I get an ambitious idea
all
that's
women.
far out, the handbrake comes on. This is the handbrake.
What a successful way to do things.
Everyone's got to have one.
Oh, it's just great. It's just
Okay.
great. Successful business, successful marriage, just works so well. Good on you. Great. And we've got the youngsters over here as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
youngsters,
youngsters.
come into the frame.
Get on.
This is a new generation coming through here. So we have
Ebony.
Ebony and Leon.
Leon. Okay, they're our newest members on the block. Ebony's our girl on, what do we call ourselves?
Front
Change
desk.
Change the Zarlies. but
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
And Leon, what are you doing all of this, mate?
I'm an apprentice mechanic,
Yep.
so yeah, just learning all the ropes and everything at the moment. Just seeing how everything works, and yeah, just enjoying learning.
Great stuff, mate. And what is it about mechanicking that really, sort of sparked your interest?
Working on my own cars and being able to transfer what I learned here to home and working on, all sorts of cars. And,
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Well, we have another one coming
Yeah.
along. What's
We
your name,
have,
sorry?
this is number one
Owen.
grandson.
Number one grandson, Owen, was it?
Grandson Owen, yeah.
Nice to meet you, mate. And what's your job in all of this, mate?
I'm an apprentice.
Another one too. Fantastic. So look, we've got basically, 2-3 generations coming through. It sounds to me like this business is in really, really good hands coming into the future.
Yep.
And, a boss who's going to be able to sit back and watch it all just go from strength to strength. So fantastic. Thank you very much for inviting us along today. I'm really looking forward to getting in and having a look around. Good
Well
stuff.
done. Happy days.
Thank you, Ross. Wonderful. Great to meet you all.
Thank you, mate.
Take care. Good on you.
Have fun.
Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.
So, Graham, you said this is a brush.
Yes.
And where did brush come from?
Allenson Brush.
Okay.
It was his car. He designed it.
Right.
He was only 24 or so when young fella. He designed his whole car
In Australia?
in Detroit.
Okay.
Detroit.
So, as an American guy,
America.
24 years old,
Yeah.
designs
yeah,
his own car.
Yes.
And how many did he build?
Not many, because when Henry brought out his tea, a lot of these small manufacturers went broke.
Right.
Couldn't keep up.
Yeah, sure.
And but Mr. Brush, he wanted to build the simplest car he could with as few moving parts as possible.
Right.
But that was his mantra. But of course, he said you only need one cylinder to replace a horse.
Okay.
When he was so wrong.
Right.
So he went broke.
yeah. Right.
But so many parts of this car are never copied by another one.
Wow.
Like the coil spring, it hangs on the coil spring.
Okay.
That's something of his own design. The wooden axle.
Oh, really? Wow.
Wooden axle, designed all that. The steering is variable ratio steering. He designed that.
Wow.
Transmission, 2-speed planetary plus reverse that runs in oil.
Mm-hmm.
He designed that originally for Cadillac, and he built his own.
Good grief.
So he designed that, his own diff.
So he's an engineer by trade, I take it then, was he? Or-
I don't know if he was self-taught or whether he.
But for him to end up designing things for companies such as Cadillac, that's pretty special.
Oh, he's super intelligent guy. I mean,
So, Graham, how long have you had the car now?
the 10, 12 years.
Okay. And what condition was it in when you got it?
It was essentially restored. If I have to show the camera here,
Yeah.
but that was a car before it came into Australia.
Right.
A mate of mine brought it in and restored it, and then a bit later on, the Indian termites got into the superstructure and ate it all out. So
Wow.
I bought the car like this and then redid the superstructure.
Wow. And how long did it take to get it to the standard where you wanted it?
A while.
Yeah.
A few years, and then it sat in the shed just completed, and only this year I got it registered, so
Yeah,
it
okay.
can come out now.
So, Graham, I take it this is not your first dip of the toe in the water for classic cars.
No.
What's your history with cars, mate?
With veteran cars, this is veteran is pre-1919,
Mm-hmm.
so that's where I'm
That's
working
your
my
passion.
thing. Yeah. Although I do have a Series 2 Jag,
Right.
which is very nice.
Yep.
But I started off with a little English car, a 1914 Singer,
Oh yes.
and
Yeah.
then that was just a sweet little car. Very. I wanted something a bit different.
A bit
you know?
different. Yeah. Yeah.
So when I saw a brush, I thought, I'll get one of those one day. And then all of a sudden, someone said, I'll buy your Singer if you buy a brush. So I bought one, and I bought two,
Oh.
and I bought three.
Glutton for three. You'd have just about cornered the
Well-
market there, wouldn't you, mate? So tell me about the driving experience of the car, mate. What's it like to drive? How does it
well,
differ?
Pretty different in every regard, because you're driving as if you're driving a horse. You're sitting up high,
Right.
in the breeze, in the rain, and
Sure.
shit, in the everything, you know.
Yep.
And but one of the strange things is these wheels, solid tyres, they're amazingly smooth,
Oh yeah. Okay.
so long as you don't hit corrugations.
Right.
Because cars back then were never made for corrugations.
No. Oh yeah.
There were no corrugations. There were rut tracks where the wagons used to go,
Yep.
but not the corrugation.
Right. Right.
So that's why we have cars today with suspensions and adjustable and shockers and all that sort of
Sure.
thing.
Yeah. To account for the
But,
roads. And I noticed we've got one pedal here, mate.
Well,
And
that's a
obviously
brake.
that's the brake. Okay. And then we've got throttle on the steering column. I take
Throttle and spark advance.
it. Okay.
You need the spark advance for keeping motor running at optimum.
Sure.
It's automatic these days, of course.
Yes.
But that lever on the side, that's your gears.
Oh, that's the gears.
Yeah.
Here's me thinking there's a handbrake. Okay.
Yeah, it's essentially they're wet clutches, like on motorbikes. They run in oil. So you push it forward, that gives you low gear.
Uh-huh.
It engages that clutch. Pull it back, it engages the clutch for the reverse.
Yep.
And then slip it down the side, and it locks into top gear.
Fantastic.
You're revving along, you throw it into top gear, and you go chuck, 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 chuck.
And what's its comfortable cruising speed?
Probably 25.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't done much cruising with it because I've only got it registered just,
Right. Just
6
recent.
months ago.
Yeah. Right. I think it's a beautiful thing. I love the brass era motor cars, and it's in extraordinary condition. Well done.
Yeah.
Goes with the outfit. Thank you so much for
Good
talking
bit.
to us.
Yeah.
Phil Taylor.
Phil, and
Glennis.
Glennis. Phil and Glennis, and Phil's got a Plymouth. Was it Plymouth?
Yeah,
Yeah, which we're going to go and have a look at very shortly. He's going to take us out there on his Tesla. This thing. We're going to go and have a look at this car that he's done largely by himself. I've got to see this.
He built it, make the tools to make the part.
Right. Well,
these are all
I'm gonna
solid
just try and
stainless
help
steel. I made all those things.
So, did somebody become a shed widow in all of this? Was he sort of just disappear and Mum became the shed widow? Right.
Yeah, but she was an avid supporter as well.
Great stuff. And did you have to outsource any of it, Phil?
Only a bit on the motor.
Okay.
I got new sleeves put in the motor, in the
Right.
cylinders. That was all.
Right. Wow. So what's the history of the car itself, mate? Do you know?
Which part?
Oh, okay. Let's start with how did it come into Australia? Did we find that out?
I can't. No, I don't know that.
Okay,
I got it from down Tenterfield or somewhere around that area.
right. So who's the main driver of it now? You still
Well,
get behind the wheel?
I drive around the yard, but they won't let me drive it on the road.
Okay, fair enough.
When
So who learnt to drive it from
they're all still learning.
Forever under instruction.
So what are we looking at here, Phil? It's a 4-cylinder, I take it?
4-cylinder. Yep. The same capacity as a red motor Holden.
Oh, right. So 186, is that right?
196, I think it
Oh,
was.
196, okay.
I think it was. Same capacity.
And roughly what sort of horsepower? Not enough.
I think it's rated at about 14 horsepower, but
Okay.
they did it differently.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So, and how much, what speed gearbox? Was it 3-speed?
The 3-speed
Yep.
gearbox, yes.
Okay. So heavy steering.
When you're going slow, it's impossible steering.
Right. And heavy brakes too, I take it.
Yeah, I put a booster underneath there where you can't see
Oh,
it.
that would have made a difference.
Without that, they weren't safe.
No.
Not at today's speeds.
No, it's a definite plan ahead type car.
See that?
Well, folks, I think just the fact that you managed to get it here today, it's a beautiful example of a lot of hard work put in by largely
A lot
one
of
person.
hours.
Yeah.
If you don't do one, you don't realise how long it takes.
No. And the amount of dedication, but obviously a lot of encouragement from
Ingenuity.
the people in the back seat. Yeah, great stuff. What a beautiful car. G'day folks, before we get through to today's episode, I'd like to pose a question to you. Is there a special person whose life story you would love to see immortalised on video? Tell My Story can do just that. Mark and I will travel to them, and with them we'll produce a professionally edited video autobiography that their family and friends can keep forever. The options to include family photographs and video, music are huge. So for more information, go to the website and let's honour that loved one's life with Tell My Story. So enjoy today's show. Folks, one of the mainstay brands, I suppose you call them, in the American car market came from the Mopar stable, and part of that was Dodge Brothers.
Yep.
Beautiful example here. This is owned by Carl. Carl, how long have you had this one, mate?
Probably 12 years thereabouts.
Okay.
So it was bought in an absolute rush because we'd been asked to support the charity Man Up.
What's Manor, mate?
So Man Up is a charity that provide community care for men with prostate cancer.
Okay, right.
So I'd been involved with the patient side of things and wanted to do something to help, and my wife had donated a painting to this charity, and I said, listen, if you need help, I'll offer it.
Sure.
So they came to us, and we'd done a previous tour in a 1915 Overland, my mate Lang Kidby and I, around Queensland promoting men's health.
Wow.
We got together and went, righto, we'll support you. So Lang sent me photos of this car that had this really ugly military cage on the back of it, and it's like, I really like the car, but the cage is just bloody awful.
Right.
So made an offer on the car, bought it, and frantically had to restore it because we had a 7-week kick-off line.
So less than 2 months
Yep.
to restore the whole car.
Yeah, so
Wow, that's a full-time
absolute
job.
hectic. So we got sponsored by the Masons, so Hand Hard Pocket, the charity,
Right.
provided all of the support for us to present to the men in the communities. So we went from here through to Charters Towers, Charleville, Mareeba, back down to Charters and in, just talking to men in the community. And we did this again with a car that attracted attention.
Sure.
Because it's
So-
like, get in there, it's men, and trying to convince them, if you actually look after yourself like you look after your cars,
Yeah, right.
you're going to be around a long
Yeah,
time.
that's a really good point, isn't it? Wow, what a way to put it. So the car was the catalyst for the conversation,
Totally.
and the conversation was about your health,
Yeah.
mental, physical,
Yeah.
and let's make sure that you're around for as long as the car's going to be.
Because we're super good at looking after our cars.
Sure.
And we understand if there's something amiss in the car, we sort it out.
Yes.
If there's something amiss with us, we just keep concentrating
Yeah,
on the
sure.
car instead of fixing it.
We turn the
Yeah.
blinkers on.
But it's a great thing. 1924 Dodge Brothers.
Yep.
Surprisingly powerful, torquey old beast.
Okay, so roughly how many horsepower would you say?
35,
Okay.
sort of
In a
around
car that weighs, what,
there.
just under a tonne or so?
Yeah, around the ton mark.
That's not bad.
So it's not bad.
That's
She
good.
gets along.
3-speed?
3-speed.
Yep.
Actually, a really nice gearbox.
Okay.
Surprising. Like if you're into driving vintage cars, they can be challenging.
This is the one to,
This
is
is
the one to
just-
grab.
And the Dodge Brothers got it right.
Right.
Like there's a lot of this car's chrome moly, so they just don't break.
Yeah,
They
okay.
just go and go.
So
and
they
go.
were engineered to last,
Absolutely.
unlike the human.
Yeah. But they're comfortable.
Yeah, right.
Like they're made for bad road conditions, so
Yeah.
they support today's work really well on the road.
And big mileages, yeah.
Huge mileages.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a spectacular thing and enjoyable. So you get out, it brings it, like all of these cars in here, massive smile on people's
sure.
faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely right, mate. So, from this car,
Yep.
now I know that you've got a passion for Fiats as well.
Yep.
We've got American, then we go Italian. What's the, where's the line there, mate?
I don't know, there's some English in there as well. So, I don't know, I just like stuff that's quirky.
Yeah.
And the Americans really did get this stuff right. They made quality, robust machinery.
Sure.
The European stuff had the finesse, but it didn't have the grunt. It wasn't something that really you'd get out there through the paddock. Though, like my father-in-law, they had a 1919 Benz on their property at Julia Creek.
Yep.
So days changed, but that's what was available. But I don't know, they're a joy
They're a lovely
and,
thing, aren't
and
they?
an addiction.
Yeah.
So we've got a 1919 Fiat 7-seater Tourer
Right.
that we're trying to get on the road. That's going to be a big thing. Have fun.
I know that Oliver, your son,
Oscar, yeah.
Oscar, sorry, is really passionate about it
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
He's shown a real spark there, so
Yeah.
it sounds like the lineage is following along behind. You know?
Yeah, the fuel's in the blood. Yeah, certainly no batteries.
Great stuff. Great stuff. So, look, I suppose really the takeaway from that is, from your own health point of view, if there's something not right on your car, you'd fix it or you take it to a mechanic if you can't do it yourself.
Yep.
But you'll be fair dinkum about it. When it comes to your own health, if there's something not quite right, don't leave it to chance.
Yeah.
Go and get professional help for it. Be it up here or in here. Let's make sure that you're living long enough to drive the beauties around.
And more so, blokes are happy to talk to each other about their cars, but not their problems. Talk about your problems and share them, and you can work stuff out together.
Yeah.
Don't let things underlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Look
sounds
after each other and your cars. That's
Yeah.
a big thing.
Well, thank you for looking after us today, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for bringing this along.
Easy.
Great
Have fun.
So, if you've got a car, if your friend, family member, whoever it is, has got a car that you'd love to see featured on the show, then right down the bottom of the screen here is where you're going to find a link to it.